that one does look pretty good.
What up, YouTube?
Hey guys, it's your boy D'Anthony. And my boy Don here.
What's up?
And we are Break Room Blitz. Thank you guys for watching. So, we want to have a little discussion. Spoiler
Everywhere.
discussion. We're ruining the movie for you if you have not seen it.
Yeah.
We are giving away plot points. There's no excuse now, okay?
Everything.
You've heard
Everything.
us say a spoiler. We're giving out things, so...
Yeah.
watch on your own discretion, okay?
You're not gonna be surprised. That's what you're
So,
going for.
there's some things that I kind of want to talk about, things that I necessarily did not like about the movie, that I kind of wanted to bring up and, talk to my boy here and see what he thinks. But we'll start with something good.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite parts from Incredibles 2?
Some of my favorite parts are with the new baby Jack Jack. So we got a new baby in the mix, new superheroes. So I loved it. I absolutely loved this little baby. I thought it was great. Seeing all the powers that he was coming up with, especially the part that gets me is when he's watching, the dad's asleep on the couch because he's tired, but, this baby sees this raccoon and he goes after him and then all these powers
That was a
popping
good
up.
part.
I love that.
That was a great part.
That did it for me. What about
That
you?
was like the most incredible thing that happened in the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I just
But
loved it.
that's a good point. I
I had
do
so
like
much
that.
fun with that.
My favorite part is probably when the villains first show up to try to kidnap the kids,
Mm-hmm.
and the kids are fighting back, and Lucius is fighting to try to help the kids and stuff like that. I like that part. It's probably my favorite part.
That was dope. Yeah.
Yeah, because we got to see like the teleporter versus the
What was it?
shield.
The
What's her
void.
name?
The
What's her
void.
name? Yeah. The Void versus the little girls in the family that does
Yeah,
all the
invisible Violet.
what do you call those? Force fields.
Force fields. Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of cool.
That was cool.
Their interaction was really cool, actually. How they fought, because she was able to get into the force field,
Yeah.
which I don't know if I like that or not. Actually,
I like it. It's
It's
space.
force field, okay?
It's space.
You can't come in. I don't know, but that's me personally. I mean, I liked some of the premises of the movie. It's just it became real predictable real quick.
Yeah.
And that's my issue. Like, soon as, corporate people come in, we already know they're the villains.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a cliche. Once there's especially if it's like a dual corporate team that comes
Right.
and they trying to help you. Why? Why are you trying to help me?
Right.
No, you're not trying to help me, okay?
Evil
It
corp.
was like with Cars 3, corporation came and tried to retire Lightning McQueen. And I already knew that was really going to be the
Yeah.
villain.
That big money.
With Iron Fist, we got the corporation. Like, it's just very cliche and it's very predictable.
Right.
And they did exactly what I thought they would. I thought they weren't going to. I thought that, once, they thought they caught the villain. I forgot his name.
Right. Screen slaver.
That's a dumbass name.
Screen slaver.
Why you can't be Saver? What's wrong with that? He didn't have no slaves.
Yeah. I mean, like when you look at the screen, then you're just like hypnotized. Maybe it should.
Okay, fine. Fine. But it could have still been Screensaver. Have you never looked at a Screensaver for a long time? Like, damn, that shit is tight.
It was a
Bouncing
play
all
on
around.
words.
It's bouncing. Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I thought that, once they had caught him,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm like, oh, I guess it's not going to be the corporate people, which would have been just dope. And maybe, he planned for
Yeah.
them
Like,
to get caught.
I wanted to be in this position,
Right.
and then it just goes deeper into something. I don't know.
But, it's a kid's movie, so they're not going to be that deep. And I get it, it's a kid's movie.
Right.
It's not an adult movie. It's not Heat. It's not,
Right. Yeah. It's not that smart.
Right, it's not Ocean's 11,
Oh, man.
it's
Yeah.
Incredibles, okay?
Yeah.
But to me, the title, if you're going to call it Incredible, you're going to need to do some incredible stuff.
Yeah.
And they didn't really do anything incredible. And I am not a fan of the whole role swapping where the dad stays at home and the mom works. Now, if they both got to work, do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the dad staying at home, I can't roll with that. So it was not appealing to me as a man looking at a father. But I did like how, he did help his son,
Mm-hmm.
with the math homework and things like that. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I liked how he got the hang of it. But that really tells me that he wasn't really a good dad. 'Cause he didn't really know his kids. He didn't know what his kids liked, or
No.
you know. And for me, I'm like, parenting is pretty easy. Now I don't have 3, but it's pretty easy for me. I know what my son likes. I know what he doesn't like. I know what he likes to eat. I know I could do. We do homework. Like, it's not a big deal for me.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, not to say that women don't do a good job, staying at home or whatever. But I just would have liked maybe like when they were fighting. The only incredible thing that I thought was happening was when she was fighting Screensaver, Slaver.
Yes.
That was pretty dope.
That was cool.
Because he was hitting her, she was hitting him, he was getting her, like
and she had to
making
close her eyes and not like look at everything,
Yeah, like I liked that, but it wasn't enough like awesomeness and even when Mr. Incredible actually got to get out there, he didn't really do anything.
He wasn't that strong.
He got punched by that big old dude. I don't know his name. I forgot the character,
Brick
but
something.
Was it Breaker?
Brick something.
I don't know, but the really big, strong, other superhero, he was able to sock him and knock him to the wall. Like, what, man? You're supposed to be Mr. Incredible, man.
Right.
So, I don't know. It was just very lackluster for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have a thing with, as you call Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
And we definitely got Scooby-Doo here.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, okay, here at the villain complex, that we talk about, and it's just like, it's that predictability factor that you can kind of read. So, I mean, we're talking about the evil corporation, and then you can kind of read it. Okay, one of these two is going to be the bad guy, because the bad guy that hires them is probably going to be in every single Scooby-Doo episode. And they straight up Scooby-Dooed us, which means that they're not original, even though they had plenty of time to do something elaborate, plan something.
Right.
Where, honestly, I kind of saw this is way too easy. These guys are obviously the bad guy, especially with the tech one. I was like, okay, this chick, the only thing clever that they're going to make is that the chick is going to be the bad guy, and sure enough, she was, Now
that was something I wasn't able to predict, because
I saw it.
You are helping her with the gadget.
Right.
That's going to find the man. So I just figured, like, it can't be.
Right.
But that's fine. It was still pretty. It was one of those two.
Yeah. Yeah. And I kind of figured, okay, well, the Screenslaver, it's probably, it's a good concept. I will give them that, We're right now in a world where, like, even little kids are using tablets and, everyone's on their phone. So, at least they brought it, like, into the more modern world. So I kind of like that factor of it.
That's another thing. I'm like, what year is this? Because it got them old-ass TVs.
Right.
But they're using technology that's way above, like, even, like, the boats that they were using, the main yacht.
Oh, well, you know what? I will say, yeah, and I know what you mean. Like, the retro vintage, like, TV sets and everything like that.
What year is this?
And the only thing I can come up with is that, maybe it's, like, it's definitely takes place in the modern day, but everything with a retro twist, because when you take a look at, like, even the motorcycle that Elastigirl was driving, it looked kind of like, retro vintage, but it was still like,
it was electric.
It's super modern.
So it's modern.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know. I guess I like period pieces, and the fact that I couldn't really pin what period we were in. Like, what's going on?
You can kind of tell that they do, like, the artsy kind of guys, like the 50s style of, cars and everything else, but in the more modern day Metropolis kind of City of Tomorrow, Superman-esque kind of thing. So I kind of got that vibe out of it for sure. But
so did it take it away?
It didn't take away for the movie for me. I mean, the fact that we had, like, old school stuff and, modern stuff.
It was a distraction for me. I'm just gonna be honest. And I know a lot of people say you gotta turn your mind off when you watch movies. I don't understand where that comes from, because that means you're just gonna be a sheep, and I'm not a sheep. I like to think I'm not anyway. So I cannot turn my mind off. So I look at the details. I want to appreciate what the artist and what the director put into the movie. So I look at all these little bitty details, and I'm like, this is not. It just didn't mesh well for me.
Yeah.
But it might not even be something anyone even noticed.
I think even nowadays, I mean, it's just like, we're looking at some of these new cars, like the Mustang coming out and the Camaro, and they're bringing them back, but they're making them with that old retro kind of old school look.
They have a combination of a hybrid.
So that's the other thing that got to me, it was like, okay, I kind of saw where they were coming from or what they were trying to set up.
Okay, fine. I won't harp on it too much then.
But I will talk about one of the big pieces that you brought up earlier, which was the mom, working and the dad, staying at home.
Yeah.
I mean, both of my parents, they worked. But I mean, in this economy, you kind of have to have, somebody working. Somebody's got to work. Nobody
Right.
can just stay home. But the fact that they, switched it around, and made the dad, you can kind of tell that the dad wasn't in tune with his kids and what his kids were up to,
Right.
Especially when it comes to the older girl, the little girl Violet,
Oh, yeah.
and the boy problems. He thought he solved that by wiping away, the other little boy's mind, but wiped out hers. Really screwed that up.
But my thing is, with that, since you brought that up, I don't like the way the kids talk to the parents.
You know what?
It's so inappropriate.
It is kind of disrespectful,
I can never talk to my parents like that.
I would never be able to
Doesn't
get
matter
away
what's
with that.
going on.
It's like you don't lock the door. First of all, you don't even close the door in the house, We don't even have locks on the doors. There's no lock on my bedroom door,
Right,
There's none of that
There's
happening.
not.
It's like, I know my parents know everything's going on in the house, so there's no getting away from that. And the fact that if I were to talk to them in that way, I'm getting smacked upside the head.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, the
Something's
majority
getting bad.
audience probably could relate to that. That's probably how they talk to their parents.
yeah.
But for for us, that's not how we grew up. Can't talk to your parents like that. You're not shutting the door, not slamming the door, you're not telling them to be quiet or shut up or any of that stuff.
Mhm.
I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, there was a certain level of disrespect that I kind of saw that they're getting away with. I mean, what I do like about it is that the dad did take the time to kind of learn where his kids were coming from. He was very tired, and he saw that doing that is super exhausting. Not just like crime fighting, even
Right.
though it's mentally draining. It's just like a whole nother game,
Right.
And the fact that he took the time to learn, to do math with his kids, because I do remember my folks trying to do that, I even remember my uncle helping me and my brother out with math, So
Yeah.
it's like,
My grandmother helped me.
yeah, so it's like you get your family and they help you, and it kind of made me reminisce. It was really nice that they actually did something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they did kind of like reconcile. Like they all kind of came together as a family. Like towards the end, like she was, or his daughter was trying to be more warm.
Yeah.
So they did try to, bring things full circle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not hating on that. It's just, when I'm showing my kids something, I don't
Yeah.
want to show them something that's, dysfunctional.
Right.
Or inappropriate or things like that. So, 'cause my son can't talk to me that kind of way. Not telling me, can't say "shut up, Dad." That's never. Well, I mean, he could. That'd probably be the first and only last time that he does say it.
Yeah.
But it's just not gonna fly. So that's just kind of how I felt about it. But overall, it was just the story. The story development, I felt needed to they needed to take a little more time.
I think they definitely needed to take a little bit more time, and we're coming from like watching some of these incredible like Marvel movies and some DC movies too. We got some really interesting storylines. With Black Panther, Infinity War, and even I feel like Civil War. I really kind of wish that they would have taken a Civil War kind of stand to this. They did make them fight each other, the heroes, even though they were enslaved by some hypnotized stuff. Mind control, yeah, exactly. But if they were to take like a spin on Civil War and like, well, I stand for this, because they did have like kind of like a Sokovia Accords, like sign here, and then you'll be part of it, kind of thing going on. So there was some hopefulness in that sort when I was watching the movie. I was like, this is exactly like Civil War right now. And I really wish they would have taken that kind of thing, and then Screenslaver would have been like that whole Bren Zemo or something like that.
I feel you on that. I can go with that. And that probably would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Because it's something that we haven't seen in an animated version.
Right, for kids,
Right.
It's like simple enough for you to like, okay, you can't be, a vigilante, so let's make it official.
Right.
You make it
I feel
official.
you on that. That would probably make it a lot better. I'm okay with that. You have a least favorite part?
I mean, it's got to be the reveal. I mean, the reveal of
Or lack of?
lack of basically, just the whole villain. I mean, when we find out that she's the villain, Oh, and another thing that I found like a little bit unsettling was that like they're drinking in the movie, and I'm like,
They drink.
yeah, why are these characters drinking alcohol? I get that it's a party, and you know they're drinking alcohol, but I feel like they didn't need to do that. And then also like you know with the little aunt that was you know smoking around the little baby, and the baby was pretending to smoke as well with the little lollipop. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like there's agendas there.
That
And
was my least favorite part of the whole movie.
I felt like that did not need to happen. Why do we have a baby pretending like he's smoking?
He's pretending like he's smoking, and he's a homosexual baby. Yeah, his wrist's broken. He's doing everything that she's doing.
She's doing that. He's mimicking. But aren't kids like that? Kids will like
kids will do that.
Are a sponge, and they'll absorb everything that you know show them, everything that you teach them.
Kids will do that, but that was my least favorite part, especially because he like gave his kid away to her.
Right.
No, he can't stay. I'll stay with him.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But he can't stay, and that's the reason. That's another reason why, because kids do take on the persona of the person that is raising them.
Absolutely.
So I'm with you with that. I probably went a little deeper than most probably would. I probably offended some people, but hey. That's just how I feel about it. I don't want. I think to influence kids like that, we're supposed to let them grow up the way that. Well, that's what society says. That's not how I feel.
Right.
But society says let the kids grow up how they're ever going to be.
And you know what? That's fine. If but what I'm trying to do is like put a moral foundation. Like, here's some good decision making. I'm gonna show you like where your morals are. Treat others. How you want to be treated. Respect your elders. That kind of thing. You go to school and you educate yourself. And then you decide on the person that you want to be and how you feel.
You do know this is America, right?
So I mean,
we're not doing it anymore. We're not doing it anymore.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. These agendas. I mean, it is clearly that like okay, and I'm seeing that more often. There's like these. We have these tobacco commercials, but now it's about these vape pens and these flavors. And what shows you that more than a little baby pretending like he's smoking a lollipop? Then a vape pen, and it smells like a lollipop flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is so obvious.
Yeah, there's definitely some like some liberal agendas there. Even like when the sister, I don't know, I forget the character's name, but the sister of the corporate team.
Okay, yeah, the screenslaver. She was screenslaver.
Right, the real villain.
The real villain, yeah.
When she's interacting with Elastigirl,
yeah,
she throws in a lot of liberal things like how come you just don't do it? And I like the Elastigirl's responses. She's responding like a wife would.
Yeah.
But they threw those liberal agendas in there throughout the movie. A little deeper than we're going to get into in this review or discussion. We're just having a discussion. It's not a review. We're just talking about it. Yeah. And those things that I see that might be okay with you, it's okay to disagree. It's okay that I don't like what you like. We don't have to hate each other for it. I'm going to just point it out though, and those things I just didn't like. Yeah. So don't be hating. Let me try to report the video and shit. You don't got to unsubscribe. It's that's just something that I don't like. We're just questioning it.
Yeah. Like why? Why did they have to do that? Why did they put that in? Did that make it a pivotal part of the movie that we have to see,
No.
the villain and the mom drinking like whiskey? Or do we have to see why the little woman auntie is smoking around the baby? Like,
or do we got to see the little baby doing broken wrists? Do we need that? No. And that's just me saying that.
And it's funny. Look. The baby's doing these things that an adult would. It's funny.
When I was a kid, I tried to put on my mama's high heels one day.
Mm-hmm.
I almost got a whooping. I almost got my butt beat because of that. She corrected me.
Yeah.
It's not the kid's fault because the kids always look up to the person that's raising them. And my mom pretty much raised me.
Mm-hmm.
And like my son right now, he puts on my shoes. That's what kids like to do. But she corrected me, and I never did it again. So there are agendas that go into these Disney movies that I don't necessarily relate to. So now they get older and they become a little, sugary. Then hey, but a little baby like that, it's a
little baby.
Right, it's a baby.
Let's just be funny with it. They were being funny. It's just kind of like they're doing this. It was kind of disappointing. Every single time I spotted out like these little things in the movie like that, I'm like, really? Why do you got to go and do this?
No, I'm with you with that. I can't disagree. There were things that I saw. I mean, and I might not have really even harped on any of this if the story was just better. If it was a more creative story, I might have forgot those little bitty nuances.
Yeah.
But I didn't, because the story wasn't really much to pay attention to.
Right.
Like, if I would have left the room for 10 minutes and came back, I wouldn't have really missed any plot points. I wouldn't be like, what's going on? It was very obvious and predictable and flat.
Right.
But, again, probably enjoyable for most of the people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not like most, so there you have it. I wasn't really feeling that much. So, anything else? Any other points you want to point out?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, I just hope that they get a little bit more creative, because I do feel like they're not going to stop making these movies. Obviously everybody wants to see the little babies grow up.
I think they should.
And they're going to make a lot of money out of it.
Don't mess up my movies.
They got a good franchise going.
Like Toy Story really, they trotted a fine line, because Toy Story 2 was kind of garbage, and they could have really messed up their franchise.
Yeah.
My son only likes 1 and 3. He never asks to watch 2.
Yeah.
He always want to watch either 1 or 3.
Right.
And I feel like it could tarnish a franchise by throwing out these movies just to be a cash grab.
Right.
I really think that, being that we adored Incredibles for 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
that they should have put more thought into it, not like this cookie cutter of a script. All right, there we go.
Exactly.
Send it out.
A little bit of Marvel, a little bit of Scooby-Doo, and here we go.
All right, and then we didn't get what's his name? The dude that Stan Lee. We didn't get a Stan Lee.
We didn't get a Stan Lee
cameo,
appearance.
which I feel like they probably could, because this is like the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
We probably could have got something like that. We got one in Big Five. Or was it Big Hero 6?
Hero? Yeah.
Big Hero 6. He was a cameo in that.
Yeah, he was the dad.
Right.
So maybe they'll do that. I don't know.
They could have done something like that. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
How I feel about it. But
I didn't really feel anything too heartfelt in this movie, is what it is.
and another little thing I did not like, which I did notice in the first one, because he wasn't really in it that much. But Samuel Jackson's character, his name is Lucius, which Lucius means Lucifer. There's a Lucius newspaper company. The show.
Lucifer?
Was his name Lucius on that? I didn't watch that.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't watch that. But on the show all the black people like, with, god damn it, what is his name?
Black Lightning?
God damn it. But there's another show
All right.
with Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard's in the show.
Oh, yeah. I know what show you're talking about. He wanted to say Power, but it's not.
It's not Power.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like
Empire.
Empire.
His
Yes.
name is Lucius, and you can see that he's a devilish guy. So when I see those things, when they put those those labels on the black characters, it bothers me a lot, because most people aren't going to know that. Most people do not know that Lucius means Lucifer, and you just, oh, that's Lucius. See, I can't dress up as him. I'm never going to be Lucius. Never going to happen. So it's just little things like that most movie goers don't know about. Like when everyone's like so up in arms about the whole Me Too thing, I'm like, they've been doing that. The casting couch's been a thing. Like that's old.
Yeah.
But most people do not know about those type of things. So we don't talk about them on this channel, but sometimes it's kind of like blatant. I gotta just say something.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I didn't like.
We just touch upon these things that, we talk about it, after this discussion.
And there were some things in the trailer that they did not put in.
Yeah.
Like the dad's hair didn't get
zapped off.
Right.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. The when Lucius is saying, "I'll be back, real quick," or "I'll be there in a second." ASAP. Yeah. His wife didn't respond the same way in the trailer.
Yeah, I noticed that, because like the audio was like really low, and then in the commercial or whatever, the trailer, it was much higher.
Right.
Like it was more pivotal. And I was like, well, I could barely hear her.
Redubbed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was some things that kind of disappointed me as well.
So the biggest thing too, we talked about it too, but we forgot. But the baby had powers in the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the movie, and then over here they're talking about how they're barely figuring out this baby has powers when clearly it had like 4 or 5 powers in that first movie.
Right, and at least the mom and the dad should have known.
Yeah, and it never turned into solid steel. Just saying.
No, the baby did not turn solid.
Yeah.
The baby was a distraction for me because they couldn't really control the baby.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, we can't, I guess, bribe him with a cookie."
Right.
So they made some flame retardant.
Yeah.
That he could eat.
Yeah.
That's just like a cookie, in which he kept wanting to do that.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's the same thing. But I know for some people it's not the same thing.
No.
But to me, if he can eat the fire retardant, then that means it's just like a cookie.
Yeah.
But those are just little nitpicks or whatever. Don't know if you guys noticed any of those things. Let us know what you guys noticed. Let us know if these points just aren't pivotal, like we should just shut the hell up, or that would be false. We're always right. But we want to know what you're thinking, or let us know some things that you noticed that probably could be discussed or pointed out. All right, so
that's it.
Yeah, that's our discussion of Incredibles 2. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. If we made you laugh or smile at any point of this video, you gotta hit that like, man. That's just like reciprocity, okay?
Look, who doesn't like doing this?
Right.
It's kind of hard.
And if you do this, we need you to go ahead and comment.
Why? Why do you do this?
We want to know. Because we will let you know why you're wrong and have you change your mind to give us a like, okay? And it's just subscribe. You know, we're a small channel trying to do big things, so go ahead and share us with your friends, okay?
Yeah.
Friends and family, your mom, your grandmother,
yeah,
everybody, all right?
Your kids, your wife, hide your kids. No? All right, never mind. I'm just kidding.
Where can we find you at?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Pwned Pops, PWNED Mixed Custom Figures. Check it out.
Alright, you can find me on all the social media at Break Room Blitz. So that's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I guess that's not all, but all the main ones.
All the ones that count.
Right, all the ones that count. So alright guys, we're out.
Peace.
Peace.
Incredible.
Ordinary.
Ordinary.